the money lining up behind OpenAI, it tells you something. Some of the biggest players in tech, they're betting that OpenAI can take back the narrative of the next model cycle. An OpenAI comeback after Code Red, months of sliding down the technical benchmarks, rising pressure from Google's Gemini. Now, its next model, GPT-6, it's expected in the second quarter. And this is key, it's being trained on Nvidia Blackwell chips. That matters because Blackwell is supposed to change what's possible at the very top of model training. And just like we saw Gemini 3 flip the narrative and the investment thesis, that could plausibly happen again, but this time in the OpenAI universe's favor. So you're looking at these sort of different universes right here. The OpenAI one is Oracle, AMD, Microsoft, Nvidia, CoreWeave, SoftBank, the infrastructure that's exposed to OpenAI. It suddenly has a very different setup if GPT-6 does reset the benchmark race. For Microsoft, though, the relationship has become more complicated. It is no longer the primary financial or strategic beneficiary of OpenAI's success. Its biggest cloud rival, Amazon, may be getting a stake through this new funding round, according to that reporting. And Microsoft itself is already diversifying by giving customers more choice over which models they use and making an investment in Anthropic, by the way, OpenAI's rival. Now, you also heard some defensiveness on the earnings call last night. Amy Hood pointing out to analysts the mix of backlog as a glass half full, 55% Microsoft, 45% tied to OpenAI. Now, for big tech as a whole, though, investors are looking for execution, and Microsoft may be losing the street. An hour ago, you guys were talking to Melius's Ben Rietz's, who has rated the stock a buy, and he told you that Satya Nadella is playing catch-up to products like Anthropic's Claude Cowork, and they need to fix this narrative. So, guys, an OpenAI comeback, if this does come to fruition, will change the investment thesis in the AI race as a whole, but it won't be the same boost to Microsoft that it has been in the past.
Yeah, I was talking to Brad Gerstner about this yesterday in Washington, D.C. from Altimeter, who's one of the big backers and big investors of OpenAI. Talks to Sam Altman. He showed me a chart that showed the usage of OpenAI ChatGPT versus Gemini, and it was just sharply higher and faster. And I do wonder GPT versus Gemini, and I wonder if that's what you hear too, and how that feeds into the question. I feel like investors are very fickle with how they feel about OpenAI, but you can never quite know because it's not public.
And the metrics are fickle too, right? It depends on what you look at. Like yesterday for that scorecard we did, we were looking at tokage usage, and we were looking at the technical benchmarks. And actually, you see that OpenAI has been falling off a little bit. Just on those two measures, you're seeing a lot more momentum. And anecdotally, too, you hear about that from people who are building, developers, investors. It's all about Anthropic right now. They feel like the steadier bet. But the point is that it can all change with a new model release. I was skeptical that Gemini 3 would change the landscape as much as it did, but it really did, from the token usage numbers that I'm seeing to the adoption rates, monthly active users, to time spent on each site. So it's just extremely, extremely fluid. And maybe Gerstner is getting ahead of this, right? Because he knows that the next model is coming out. Maybe we are about to see that.
While other semiconductor stocks have skyrocketed this year, Nvidia's stock has hardly moved. But Morgan Stanley analysts expect that shares of the world's largest firm could soon grow hot again. Morgan Stanley analyst Joseph Moore said he's been somewhat surprised by Nvidia's lagging status so far this year, after a bad end to last year as well. Moore claimed that worries about Nvidia's operations were simpler to refute during earlier periods of poor performance. Investors are still positive about Nvidia's chip rollout, Moore said, but the company needs to alleviate three other concerns for its stock to continue higher. Nvidia's stock has up 1.4% so far this year, approximately in line with the S&P P500 and considerably behind the PHLX semiconductor index, which is up 12.7%. Nvidia's stock dropped over 2% on Thursday morning. Investors have been apprehensive about the web of funding tied to OpenAI's data center build-out, Moore said. Shares of non-chip businesses that are financing the AI startup, like Microsoft, SoftBank Group, and Oracle, have mainly declined in the face of these concerns, he added. Concerns that OpenAI's models are losing ground to competing products like Google and Anthropic have also been a burden for them. Investors who are skeptical of OpenAI's ambitions to invest $1.4 trillion in infrastructure are also beginning to question Nvidia's prospects because some of those non-chip companies are Nvidia customers. If investors are skeptical about Oracle's capacity to convert its backlog into revenue and about whether OpenAI can pay for all its promises. That impacts Nvidia's valuation, according to Moore. However, Moore stated that Nvidia is still in a strong position because it services a wide ecosystem and would profit from a setting where there are several successful AI models, even if infrastructure spending seems too frothy. Moore also put cold water on accusations of Nvidia's financial relationships with ecosystem partners. Critics contend that Nvidia's investments into its customers and partners are examples of circular financing, but Moore disagrees, as long as the business is paying current market pricing. And while Nvidia may potentially negotiate credit arrangements with partners, Moore doesn't see much risk from that. Another worry dogging the company is whether Nvidia can sustain its massive technological advantage and defend its dominant market position. In November, Google released its Gemini 3 model, which it said was trained on its proprietary Tensor processing units co-developed with Broadcom. This has sparked debate on the relative benefits and drawbacks of application-specific integrated circuits, or ASICs, which Broadcom designs in collaboration with its clients, and graphics processing units manufactured by competitor Advanced Micro Devices and Nvidia. However, Moore noted that Nvidia increased its market share in 2025 and that he anticipates it will continue to hold an 85% revenue share in 2026. Moore stated that he believes the company's upcoming Vera Rubin chip platform will provide a boost, but it is impossible to estimate how well Nvidia will be able to fend off chip competitors as AI model creators try to diversify supply. According to Moore, Nvidia can provide rack-scale connectivity and other high-performance solutions, unlike its rivals who make proprietary chips. There are just a lot more attractive investment opportunities in the chip industry now than there were in the past, as demonstrated by Nvidia's poor recent stock performance. According to him, there are numerous equities that profit from the robust AI construct, and many of them, particularly in the commodity space, have higher leverage. Continued growth in AI is going to have much larger coattails, he continued, but indicated that he likes Nvidia and its future prospects. It's been a bit of a dismal start to 2026 for chipmaker Nvidia. As of January 26, its shares were flat to start the year, while the S&P 500 is up roughly 1.6%. For a tech stock that often leads the rally, this is odd territory. Investors have been shifting to other equities, likely out of concern that Nvidia may have gotten too pricey. With a market capitalization of $4.5 trillion, it is without a doubt the most valuable stock on the market today. Depending on how much more growth you anticipate from the company in the upcoming years, you may decide whether or not Nvidia is still a viable investment. If a recent prognosis comes true, then the AI stock could still be a very cheap investment right now. Join our investor community. Hit subscribe and like to get your daily Nvidia stock insights and tutorials delivered. You may have heard that many businesses are not seeing success with AI projects, and that there are worries that tech companies are overspending. Even though that is the case, spending is not expected to taper down anytime soon. It's still the early innings of AI development, and many initiatives will certainly fail, but many new ones will also emerge. There's a chance that more of these initiatives will start to yield results as businesses grow more accustomed to and at ease with AI. AI spending is predicted to surpass $2.5 trillion this year, up 44% over the previous year, according to a recent forecast from research firm Gartner. That figure is anticipated to expand by an additional 32% to $3.3 trillion in 2027. This coincides with a trough of disillusionment in which many businesses are reconsidering their investments in AI. It's a positive indication of the long-term growth prospects for Nvidia and other firms engaged in AI development if this is how strong the growth is while people are doubting AI investments. Although Nvidia isn't doubling or tripling sales as it was during the earliest stages of AI growth, it's still doing tremendously well. With sales of $57 billion for the period ending October 26, 2025, its growth rate was 62% when it last released profits in November. Its net income climbed by an even higher rate of 65%, reaching in at $31.9 billion. For such strong growth, the stock itself doesn't appear to be overpriced. Based on expert predictions, Nvidia is now selling at a forward price-to-earnings multiple of less than 25. For the world's top AI stock, that is not an expensive price. It's a fantastic buy today, and if the report from Gartner turns out to be correct, Nvidia might prove to be a steal at its current prices. Nvidia lies at the center of the current AI build-out with its GPU technology, software stack, and data center collaborations. The current round of agreements and approvals touch three main pillars of its business: access to important AI regions such as China, tighter relationships to prominent model developers such as OpenAI, and partnership with national research institutions in the US and Japan. For investors, these moves highlight how Nvidia is positioning around both commercial cloud demand and government-supported AI research. The increased engagement with CoreWeave, combined with worldwide research collaborations, demonstrates a continuous focus on large-scale AI infrastructure where GPUs, networking, and software are tightly integrated for high-performance computing workloads. As a shareholder or Nvidia watcher, this cluster of deals indicates that the company is attempting to remain central to AI infrastructure on multiple fronts at the same time. Access to China via H200 approvals, deeper involvement with one of the most important model developers in OpenAI, and long-term data center demand via its US $2 billion equity commitment to CoreWeave and related cloud purchase agreements. The US-Japan research cooperation around AI and high-performance computing also increases Nvidia's reach into government-funded, science-focused workloads, which often need cutting-edge chips and strong hardware-software interaction. These developments relate directly to current community narratives that Nvidia is both highly regarded and experiencing increased competition from rivals like as AMD, Intel, and bespoke accelerators from the main cloud providers. On the one hand, the idea that Nvidia is attempting to establish itself as an end-to-end platform is supported by closer ties to OpenAI, sovereign-style AI projects, and data center partners like CoreWeave. On the other hand, they sit against fears that alternative hardware and open software stacks could, over time, chip away at its current dominance. Focus on risks and rewards. Deeper AI data center agreements, including the CoreWeave deal and potential OpenAI investment, can provide Nvidia additional information on demand for its GPUs and full-stack services. The US-Japan research partnership and China's acceptance of H200 imports keep Nvidia connected to two of the most significant AI regions, which could help with long-term infrastructure initiatives. High concentration in AI infrastructure spend, combined community concerns about competition from AMD, in-house chips at hyperscalers, and efficiency gains from others offers limited room for execution failures. Geopolitical and regulatory scrutiny over exports to China and AI security, as well as legal battles, remain background issues that investors will need to watch. From here, the crucial things to follow are how quickly these H200 allocations in China translate into actual purchases, if the OpenAI investment conversations lead to a concrete stake, and how much CoreWeave and other AI-focused clouds' reliance on Nvidia hardware over several product cycles. Check out the community narratives on the Nvidia narrative page to compare various perspectives on risks, growth, and fair value assumptions, and see how other investors are connecting the dots between these headlines and the long-term story. Tencent Holdings is now authorized to introduce Nvidia's H200 chips, which are at the top of the AI hardware market. The stock trades at H606.0, with a 52.4% return over the past year and 61.3% for the past 3 years. However, the 5-year return shows a 7.4% fall. That mixed profile presents investors with a company that has witnessed moments of substantial share price growth coupled with longer-term instability. Tencent's capital allocation decisions on cloud, advertising, gaming, and its wider AI initiatives may be impacted by access to cutting-edge CPUs. For investors observing China's tech sector, this move may be one extra data point when comparing Tencent with other huge platforms that are also investing extensively in AI technology. The approval to import Nvidia's H200 chips offers Tencent access to high-performance AI technology that can assist model training across its cloud, advertising, gaming, and fintech offerings, in line with broader government support for AI development. Since chip availability has been a major bottleneck for businesses like Tencent, Alibaba, and ByteDance, this falls neatly into the regulatory and supply constraint narrative surrounding Chinese technology for you as an investor. Investor narratives that highlight Tencent's efforts in AI, cloud services, and its extensive WeChat ecosystem are closely related to this release. The ability to source H200 chips can assist the AI-heavy use cases already being carried out, such as Tencent's healthcare biometrics work in Hong Kong and may help it compete more effectively with Alibaba, ByteDance, and other internet rivals that are also part of the authorized chip allotment. As authorities open the door to AI hardware, there are risks and benefits. Increased availability of top-tier GPUs would help Tencent's AI tools in gaming, cloud, and advertising, all of which investors already see as important long-term drivers. Tencent's inclusion in the first round of H200 clearances solidifies its standing as one of China's top AI companies, along with Alibaba and ByteDance. These approvals have constraints attached by regulators, so Tencent's chip access may be impacted or costs may rise if policy or compliance requirements change in the future. If income from AI-related products and services grows more slowly than anticipated, significant capital expenditures on chips and data centers may put pressure on profits. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.